Hi guys, Zach here with another Command & Conquer Red Alert video. In this video, I'm doing a troll game on the map Rivers Wild. I'm standing in the top left position, playing as the Soviets. So in this game, I'm going to be allowed to use missile launchers, but I've banned Tesla and Tanyas. So there's going to be no Tesla, no Tanyas available to me. So that's going to make things a little bit more difficult because the Tesla do have a high damage output, and though the flame towers, you can build them a bit more quickly, and they do good damage against things like missile launchers. They do quite low damage against tanks, so that'll make things a little bit more tricky. Unless you get a lot of them, of course, you do. They also can do a little bit of damage to each other as well. And you can see I've built upwards to start with. I moved my MCV a little bit because I wanted to get close to that ore patch at the top left of the map. And now we can see one of the Cyan scouts coming towards my base. One of the big things about troll games is he hasn't got line of sight of the main part of my base. I just hadn't placed those infantry as well as I could have. And one of the reasons in troll games you don't want the enemy to see your base is that since I'm not able to build tanks, I'm going to be going multi-MCV. And as soon as someone sees you going multi-MCV, that gives them the green light to attack because they know you haven't built tanks early on. So one of the key things in these troll games is to be able to build up fast enough, and we can see there's some Cyan infantry down, but they don't seem to be heading towards my base. They just seem to be on the defence, and now I've got my service depot down, and I'll just sell that off so they hopefully don't see it. And now I'm going to queue up those MCVs. And I'll just send that ore truck to that ore patch up there. And I'll build another war factory because I want to get those MCVs out quite quickly. And the reason I want to build loads of construction yards is so I can have a faster building speed on structures. And I'm just having a bit of a look at the layout of this map. And yeah, there's a infantry going through there because that's probably where I want to expand. I was thinking about going around the back to that ore patch. Rather than going directly down. You'll see what I mean. And there's our first MCV, so that's deployed, so I'll have double the building speed now, and each one's going to give me just that bit faster building speed each time I build one. And yeah, you can just see me building into that patch there. I just have to keep an eye out on Cyan because Cyan's probably going to attack me first because I think yellow, I'm assuming, is going to be sort of located at the other side of the map. And there we've got another structure out, and you can see my ore's running pretty low now. And there we can see some Cyan infantry running through my buildings. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this opportunity to start building my flame towers. And flame towers are pretty good against infantry. You can see them taking them out effortlessly. But we're just getting those MCVs out at the moment. They've been a bit of an exposed place actually, but I guess everywhere's exposed on this in my base at the moment because the top part of my base could be attacked by yellow if they decide to attack me early. So yeah, there's no real safe place at the moment. And you can see I am struggling a bit for ore because that's obviously when you have a really fast structure building speed. And once I get that ore truck's going to go for gems first of all, so that's going to give me a bit of a boost. And yeah, in hindsight, I probably should have queued a thing. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to build that ore refinery there, but I'm just going to sell it. And what that'll do is the ore truck will then go to the other ore refinery. I think it might anyway, because I think sometimes ore trucks do go to the ore refinery, the closest to. But I may as well sell them anyway because they're not going to be much use. Now I've got 3 ore trucks there, I'm going to start expanding to the south a little bit more. You can also see my economy's doing really well now. I'm stacking it up, which is all good. And yeah, I might build another ore refinery, and then I'll start placing my flame towers. I'm just having a look at what I should build there, but there's not really much. I'm also going to get my radar dome out, which will just give me a bit of map visibility, and we can see yellow in the top right position. So we're just going to have to sort of hope that we don't get attacked by them. And now I'm going to be building some missile launchers. But as I do that, you can see Cyan coming in for the attack. He's using infantry and heavy tanks. And as I've said before, those heavy tanks may provide a bit of a nuisance. And I'm getting some flame towers in his base just to try and persuade his tanks to go back and take out the these flame towers. So let's see how we can do here. But you can see those heavy tanks doing a lot of damage, and he seems to be able to, at this moment, take out those flame towers faster than I can build them. And I think this is going to be pretty short-lived. But we have managed to do some damage and cause a bit of a nuisance to him. We've got one of those ore refineries down, although he does have another one, so it's limited what we've actually done there. And yeah, just expand. I'm just trying to expand down. We have to remember I can't use Tanya's and I can't use Tesla, because Tesla would be really useful against those tanks at this point. But those flame towers, even though they don't do much damage against tanks, they do a lot of damage against structures. Hence why I'm trying to go for those ore refineries, and I might get that other ore refinery down, and that's going to hamper his economy a little bit. He does have an ore refinery further back though, and let's see what he can do. And I don't know whether he's going to ignore these flame towers, because now they're going for his construction yard. And let's see if we can get that down. And we've got those heavy tanks there. And I think he's taken out my radar dome. So yeah, he's taken out some of my main buildings there. And I'm just going to have a little bit of a look here. And what I need to do now is I need to place these flame towers down, because what he'll be going for next is those construction yards. And if he takes out those construction yards, my building speed is going to be a lot slower. So you can see me placing these flame towers all over at the moment, just trying to get a lot of aerial damage. And yes, those construction yards losing a lot of HP. I've just managed to save that one. And now I'll just have to regroup. I'm going to get that flame tower back, well, that radar dome back up, so I can see what's going on in other parts of the map. We can still see yellow there, not moving too much at the moment. And I'm just getting a few of these flame towers down. And I think Cyan is going to be pretty much out of the game. You can see him selling up now, and those go down. And Cyan is officially out of the game. So now it's just me against yellow. So we'll have to see how this turns out. I'm also building some more construction yards, MCVs. Now that I've taken out one of the opponents, what I want to do is I want to expand to different parts of the map and see how that goes, and just get a really good economy and be able to build missile launchers as well as flame towers. And you can see there one of those yellow tanks doing a little bit of scouting. They'll be able to see my flame towers and what's going on, and just getting another war factory down, because I can start building some units. And yeah, you can see those MCVs. And now yellow coming in for an attack on the bottom right position. I don't really have much to defend at the moment, so I'm going to have to try and place some flame towers down. But you can see that ore refinery going down. These are medium tanks, and medium tanks do have better armour against these sorts of things. And it looks like those medium tanks are going for the ore refinery, so they're going for the economy. But with me placing all these flame towers around, we are going to be able to, I think, take out a lot of these. We'll just have to see if we're able to salvage our ore refineries. And you can see they've actually left one there, so I don't know if they missed that one and they're going just to the next one. We'll have to wait and see. But you can see now they're trying to fight those power plants. Thankfully, I've got a load of power available, so that's not going to be a problem. And you can see those medium tanks going down, because when you have like flame towers in huge numbers, that just tends to do a lot of damage over time. And yeah, accidentally clicking on a heavy tank there to build, but stop that now. Yeah, and what I'm doing now is I'm just having a look at where I'm going to expand next. I have placed a lot of ore refineries, MCVs down, construction yards in different places, so my building speed is going to be very, very quick. But we can see yellow coming again. There's some tank movement in the right of the map, and we'll have to see where did they decide to go for. And it looked like they're going for that middle position. So what I might have to do is start building up some defences here. We'll have to wait and see. I've also got an MCV moving up north to another ore patch, so we'll see if they're going to try and go for that. But yeah, I think they're going for the main part of the base. So we can see a mixture of light and medium tanks coming in here. And I think they're going to go for those construction yards. Indeed they are. And they're going to try and slow that building speed that I have for those flame towers. It looks like they've got one down and the second's going to go down at the moment. But I have built more MCVs, so I am going to be okay. And I'm still going to have a pretty fast building speed where you can see them trying to target that MCV. But I'm just... with all those flame towers, I've been able to get rid of them. But now yellow coming in with the helicopters, and I was probably not expecting that too much. So those helicopters, I don't have really any air defence at the moment. So we'll send some of our missile launchers in for a little bit of a counter-attack while we try and deal with the helicopters as well as the tanks coming in. And getting another couple of ore refineries down there. And now I'll put these missile launchers to work, and you can see they do absolute great damage. And I've also taken out, I think, a tech centre there, and that's a big one because that might remove map visibility if satellite had been researched. So we'll have to wait and see, and that might stop the helicopter attacks and make them a lot less effective. I'm also getting some mega economy from that ore patch in the north, and you can see that yellow base at the other side. So also I'm probably, by using that ore, I'm stopping the other team from being able to use it, and I'm forever expanding my base. I'm getting closer and closer to the enemy's base, so I'll sort of be able to build flame towers on top of their base very, very soon. And now taking these missile launchers in, I'm going to be able to use some flame towers with them. Because, yeah, the missile launchers, as I say, they do good damage. They're just very, very weak. So when tanks attack them, they get taken out really, really quickly. And in my other troll games, what I used to use to take out missile launchers was flame towers because they build quickly. And even though they don't do much damage, they can easily take out missile launchers because they have such low HP, which causes them to obviously die very, very quickly. But now I'm getting out these extra MCVs. And yeah, my building speed will be very, very quick. And you can see my ore at the moment is absolutely huge. My economy, I've got almost 30k there. Although it could be, it could disappear quite quickly. And now you can see those helicopters going to different parts of my base. And I think there's some actually tanks in the south part of my base as well. But what I'm doing is I'm focusing on the attack up north on yellow's base. Because the more damage I do to their base, the more ore refineries I destroy, the weaker their economy is going to be. And you can just see I'm building so many construction yards. I'm building them faster than they're getting destroyed. So that's going to be, yeah, it's going to make it very hard for my opponent. And what I'm going to start doing now is just building some rocket troops just to protect those bunch of MCVs, those construction yards located at the north ore patch. And now we can see they're trying to take out that ore refinery. It looks like it's going to go down, unfortunately, although that ore patch is looking fairly depleted right at the moment. We'll have to see where those tanks decide to go, but I'm just expanding further and further into yellow's base with the flame towers. And now we've got another ore refinery there. We can see a war factory further in. And I've got an absolutely massive army of rocket troopers. So if those helicopters do go for those construction yards, where there's about 6 of them located next to each other, they're going to be taken out very, very quickly. But I have a feeling my flame towers might find those helicopters fairly soon. We'll have to wait and see. We're getting further into yellow's base now. And taking out yet another ore refinery. And I think this could be... I don't know, they seem to have a base just to the bottom right of the map maybe, so they might have some more refineries there, but at the moment I'm in the commanding position and I can't really see me losing from this point, but we can see that there's some tanks in the bottom left and have managed to take out some of my economy, taking out some of my ore trucks. But I do have plenty of trucks in other parts of the map, so my economy is doing just fine. You can see it's fell a little bit, but it's still at 27,000, which is huge. And I'm just having a look at those ore trucks now, and we'll probably be sending an MCV in that direction. I've also got a few missile launchers there just to do a little bit of damage, cause a bit of nuisance. But you can see that MCV getting quite close now, and I'm just going to make sure I destroy these buildings that are just scattered around. And there's our opponent. He's using light tanks. Light tanks is probably a bad idea at this stage because I'm using flame towers. Those light tanks are quite weak and they do take a lot of damage. But you can see there's that another truck going through. And what I'm doing is I'm just pushing forwards. It looks like those light tanks, and then indeed we see some helicopters. So it does look like the helicopter base was in this area, and there we see those helicopter pads, and we'll be able to destroy them. And as the helicopters land, we'll be able to take some of them out. I think helicopters do have a low HP. You can see them attacking my base in the middle right, middle left even, taking out some construction yards, but now all the helipads are destroyed. They won't be able to recharge, and you can see there's a massive amount of helicopters there. But we've got flame towers all over, and those helicopters are going to be taken out. So you'll have nowhere to charge them, so I don't think, it's just putting them in a different location. What I'll do is I'll probably send my missile launchers after them because they'll be able to take them out. But I think this game now looks like it's well and truly over. There can't be many more structures left for yellow. They've still got some shots left, so they were able to fire on that. We'll have to see where yellow's hiding. I've also getting some rocket troopers out from that position as well, just to provide a bit of defence in that location. We're now going back to this base here, and I think this is the final base of yellow. So we're just taking our missile launchers in, and they should be able to finish that off quite easily. But you can see those tanks coming in now, and you can see how tanks do quite a bit of damage against missile launchers and take them out quite easily, even if you do move them around. And yeah, I've only got one missile launcher left there, so we'll have to start building that army up again. I'm just having a bit of a look there where I can do what I can do with the base. But what I'll do is I'll build some more war factories, which will increase my building speed for missile launchers, and we'll try and finish this game with missile launchers. So yeah, you can see them building a bit more quickly now that we've got few more war factories. And yeah, now with this many war factories, you can see my economy is going down quite quickly. But I'm going to have a load of missile launchers to take quite soon.
Unit lost.
And yeah, they're also building in different parts of the map, because when you get a certain number of war factories, they start to build from different war factories. But you can see my missile launcher mass starting to build up. And we've already got a few buildings to take out now, and we'll be able to send them very, very soon.
Unit ready. Unit lost. Building.
Yeah, and we just have to be careful not to select everything, because we do have those rocket troopers in strategic positions. Just having a look at radar dome, I think yellow's in like the middle part of my base, the middle left as well. Probably destroying some ore trucks there. But now what we'll do is we'll take these missile launchers. So the final attack now on yellow, we're able to take out that ore refinery quite easily, and that construction yard is going to go down very quickly, and yellow has tapped out the game, so it's officially over. That is good game. So thank you for watching, hope you enjoyed the video.